Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm showing you how to use virtual instruments in Studio One. Let's begin. Before we start, don't forget to check our channel for even more content like this. A like, a share and a subscribe would also be very helpful, and if you're a music industry professional looking forward to expand your network, check our brand new platform, thetalentuniverse.com. Now, let's get back to our video. So as the name states, virtual instruments are instruments which are transposed to the digital world. Basically, there are some VSTs which are simulating a specific instrument, be it a guitar, a piano, a synthesizer, you name it. They are usually working with a DAW or a digital audio workstation like Studio One, Logic, Pro Tools, but some of them can work on their own as well without the need of any additional support from a software. So let me show you how to use them in Studio One. I have created a new project, a blank project, because we're starting everything from the scratch. So this is our workspace. On this side here, on the top side, we have all the editing tools like selection, cutting, erasing. Moving to the left side here, we can see all of our channels. For now, we don't see anything because there's no active channel. And on the right side, we can find all of our music tools, instruments, effects, loop, etc. We will see something popping up down here, but we will talk about that a bit later. So let's start with creating a track. We have this plus button here, and now I can select the type of track that I want. In my case, I want an instrument track, but we can add an audio, an automation, or even a folder, so we can shrink multiple tracks into one single folder. It is more for like space economy on the screen. But in my case, I need an instrument track, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to name it example, because it's just an example. Color, you can choose auto color. I prefer to use my color scheme. I will probably talk about that at some point. For now, it is not that relevant. I'm going to hit OK, and this is our instrument track. So I can see all the instruments that are being used on this track here. And yes, we can use multiple instruments on the same track. I'll show you how. And here I can select the instrument editor. Okay, it is very simple to add an instrument. I'm going to select instruments here, and I'm going to only use the stock instruments that are coming with Studio One 5 Artist in my case. I'm going to take presence, and all I have to do is to click, drag, and drop over the channel. As simple as that. And this is our instrument, our virtual instrument. This is a synthesizer. We can play a lot with it, but to make things easier, you can use the presets because there are a lot of presets here. For this example, I'm only going to use a classic piano. Yeah, so stage piano, which should sound like this. A simple piano just for the sake of it. Now that I have the input, I can go here, double click, and create a MIDI file. For now it is blank, so I have to add notes. I need to go into the MIDI editor. I can do that by simply double clicking on the bottom half of this file. See, the arrow changes when you go on the top half. And here we have it. We have the MIDI editor. Another way to do it is to select the MIDI file and click edit here. And it will do the same thing. You choose what fits you the best. Now that I am in the MIDI editor, I can select, I don't know, let's select the C major chord. And if you want to make things even easier, you can just click here on the scale. And now you can only use the notes that are in that specific scale. In our case, it is a C major, so we only use wide notes. And now let me add some notes. I will start with C. We're going to G. Then we'll go with A, and then F. 1, 5, 6, 4, simple. Let's see how it sounds. And right now, as you can see, we have the instrument which is playing based on the notes that we have placed on the MIDI editor. Obviously, we can make triads and stuff. We can do a lot of things here in the editor. If you have MIDI files which have been created before, let me just delete this and go here. I will just take this, drag and drop, and let's see how it sounds. So if I double click here, as you can see, we already have something. Let's see how it sounds. And that's it. This is how you create a track, an instrument track, place a virtual instrument over it, and then start creating a melody or a bass line. After you've done and maybe decide that you want to try something different, you can go back into the instrument and select another preset. Let's say that I want to change this with a 15 violins legato. Let's see how that sounds. So you can make changes along the way. You have the flexibility to do it. That's very important. Studio One has a sampler and it's actually very easy to use. It is called Sample One and it is right here. And now let me show you how you can create an instrument track even easier. Click, drag, drop underneath the existing channels. Bam. And now we have another instrument track. Now you have to create the MIDI file again, and okay, I see that this is automatically colored. Let me recolor it. Let's make it pink. Yep. And now we have Sample One. If I go to the MIDI editor, I will add some notes. I want to create a basic kick. Yeah, this is the basic of the basic. Let's make it faster. And now let me solo it. And if I play it, you won't hear anything because we need to give Sample One an input. So I'll go to Sample One, and from this tab right here, we can select the plus sign and we can add the sound that we want to use. Or if you feel like, you can go in Finder. Let me go back to Drum One Shot. Let's take a kick. Let's just say Cobra Kick 1. Click, drag, and drop over Sample One. Bam, and you have it in there. And now if I hit play, and what you can do, you can add extra samples to come in behind that kick. Let's add Disco Hat 2, for example. Let's see. So yeah, it is very flexible. Studio One gives you a lot of options. Even with this artist version, you can create very nice songs, very nice instrumentals. Some other variants of Studio One are allowing you to use multiple instruments over the same track, which is very cool and very efficient. I tried to do it on mine, but it doesn't work. And this is it. This is how you use virtual instruments in Studio One. I hope you like it. I hope you found it useful. And don't forget that I'm waiting for your feedback down below in the comments. Also, a like, a share, and a subscribe would be very helpful as it motivates us a lot. And until the next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.